Hey, hello football fans out there. This is Crow for SportsCrapology.com, coming to you from Knoxville, Tennessee. You can see us on Sports Crapology on YouTube, Sports Crapology on X, and on SportsCrapology.com. So SportsCrapology.com, we got these videos. We got some information about college football poll. We got some NFL predictions that I made before the start of the year. I predicted that Shedeur Sanders would start an NFL game this year in 2025, and he's starting this Sunday. But a lot of them didn't come true, but some of them did. Anyway, you can see us there. We're going to talk to you about NFL head coaching positions. There's two positions open right now, the New York Giants and the Tennessee Titans. There should be the Miami Dolphins should be open after the end of the year, and maybe the Las Vegas Raiders, because Pete Carroll should be let go. Since the Raiders are worse this year than they were last year, and he was brought in to fix them, and he brought in a bunch of new personnel, and he was supposed to get them going in the right direction, and they're actually worse than they were last year. So, experienced 73 or 4-year-old Pete Carroll didn't do a very good job in Las Vegas. And they should move on and get somebody else, get a younger guy there for a rebuilding job. A lot of young guys want jobs, a lot of coordinators want head coaching jobs. So anyway, so the Giants, so I'm reading, trying to find out who the top candidates are, who's going to get hired for the Giants and the Titans, who's the front runners. They got these long lists, like the Titans are going to interview every coordinator in the NFL and then some college head coaches. So they have like 25 guys on their list. It's kind of ridiculous. The Giants, they're down to, they have about 15 guys supposedly on their list. But it's called crapology because this is the crap that the journalists put out there. You can get one guy saying there's 15 people on the Giants list, another guy saying there's 25. Some guys have Nick Saban and Urban Meyer on the list for the Giants head coaching job. I mean, an LSU head coaching job. It's just ridiculous. So it's what they put out there is crap. It's all crap. So I'm a doctor of crapology. I sift through the crap and I try to figure out what's logical and what might happen. So, like I said, the Giants have 15 guys. Now on both lists, every time an NFL head coach gets hired, Vance Joseph and Brian Flores will be interviewed because they're not Caucasian, they're men of color, and they're definitely qualified to be head coaches in the NFL. Vance Joseph has been a head coach in the NFL. Brian Flores has too. Miami Dolphins, Flores, Joseph, I think the Broncos. But they made this ridiculous rule that you have to interview, I think it's like 2 men that aren't Caucasian, men of color, when you go to hire a head coach in the NFL. Marcus Freeman gets interviewed a lot, the head coach of Notre Dame, because of that, for that reason. But I like Marcus Freeman. I think he might be a good head coach in the NFL. I don't know. I might give him a shot. Who knows? I think he's built a good program at Notre Dame. These other guys are fine defensive coordinators too. Brian Flores, Vance Joseph, they're some of the top guys, top paid defensive coordinators in the game. But anyway, that's how it works. Like Steve Spagnuolo, his ancestors might be from Italy or Lou Anarumo, but that doesn't count. You know, Mike McCoy's relatives might be from Great Britain, but that doesn't count. Clint Kubiak, they may be from, Eastern Europe, but that doesn't count. Well, anyway, so the Giants have 15 guys. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defensive guys on there. Plus Antonio Pierce, who's a defensive guy. And Mike McCarthy, which is ridiculous. Nobody would hire him. John Gruden, who's not coaching anywhere right now. Lane Kiffin, he's on every list, everywhere. And Marcus Freeman. And then offensive minded coaches, they have Mike Kafka, the interim head coach. They have Clint Kubiak, offensive coordinator of the Seahawks, and Joe Brady, offensive coordinator of the Bills. And then, like I said, Gruden's an offensive minded coach. And Lane Kiffin, I don't think he'll be going back to the NFL, but he's an offensive guy. So Mike McCarthy's supposed to be an offensive guy, but he's just, forget him. So if you look at this thing, I don't think they're going to take a defensive-minded coach because they have Jackson Dart, a young quarterback. They need someone to tutor him and to get him up to speed and get him up to being a good quality NFL quarterback as soon as possible. So I think they're going to be looking at Mike Kafka, who's the interim head coach right now, Joe Brady, who's offensive coordinator for the Bills, who coached Joe Burrow when he was at LSU. He was the offensive coordinator and quarterback coach. So he has a good track record. Maybe John Chucky Gruden. I need John Chucky Gruden to get a job somewhere. I need him to be on the sidelines. Since Bill Cowher left the sidelines and John Gruden left the sidelines, I got nobody to watch on the sidelines. My screens went blank. Trent Dilfer was pretty entertaining, but he got fired from UAB also. And UAB's not on TV all the time. Major channels. But I need Chucky Gruden to get a job. He's good with quarterbacks. He says he likes Jackson Dart. He really likes Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland. He said he'd take the Cleveland head coaching position too. He might be out at the end of the year too, Stefanski. But anyway, if you look at the Giants, I'd say it's going to be John Gruden, Mike Kafka, who's there right now, Cliff Kingsbury, or Joe Brady. They got those 15 people up there, but they're mostly defensive coordinators, and I think that's a bunch of crap. So the Titans have every coordinator in the league down here that they say they're going to interview. They also need an offensive-minded head coach to coach up Cam Ward, to get him up and running as quick as possible, be one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. I think he's doing pretty well so far, considering he's got a lot of things going against him. Now, he's got Mike McCoy now, who's a pretty good offensive coach. So he's the interim head coach. He's possible. I think he's possible they're going to keep. Eddie George, former Titans. He's a head coach at Bowling Green right now in college. He's possible. It might be him. It might be Joe Brady. It might be Cliff Kingsbury. And I would say that's it. Out of the people they have on here, those are the guys it's going to come down to. Lane Kiffin, of course, is on their list. There's a bunch of other people on their list, Marcus Freeman and Mike McCarthy again. Who would hire Mike McCarthy? That's ridiculous. But I need John Chucky Gruden to get a job. It can be in college if it's a major college team that I can watch every week. I need to see Chucky on the sidelines. He's my favorite coach, one of my favorite coaches to watch. Cowher was the best, but anyway. So that's it. That's it for head coaches in the NFL. Miami coaching job should come up. The Raiders job should come up. Those two guys should be let go. Stefanski should probably be let go in Cleveland, and the general manager. They're both not really good. They did build a good defense. I'll give them that. The general manager got some good defensive personnel in there. But, Stefanski's not an offensive guru. He hasn't done anything with the offense in however many years he's been there. So they need to get someone in there that can build the offense. John Chucky Gruden, he likes Shedeur Sanders. Anyway, this is Crow for SportsCrapology.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble.